Alright, what's up everybody, it's your boy Duplays here, back with some more GTA 6 reaction videos for you guys, and today we're checking out should GTA 6 really have snow and other crazy weather, like tornadoes, earthquakes, that type of thing. So before we get into it, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. My socials are in the description, and with that being said, let's get into it.
Before we even get into the video, I just want to address the thing that everyone always brings up when we talk about weather and snow in GTA 6. The fact that it's Miami, it's Florida. It doesn't snow in Florida. I'm from the South, so I am fully well aware how often it doesn't snow down here. But I just want to remind people before we get into this discussion, this is a video game. It doesn't matter really what happens in real life. Does it snow that often in LA? No. Yet, obviously in GTA Online for the last 10 years, we've had snow around Christmas time. It's just a fun thing to have. It makes the map a bit new. It makes the map a bit different, obviously. It changes the way certain cars drive, and I'm sure
It certainly changes the mood too. It puts you in that nice Christmassy feel-good season
that'll
mood.
be even
It
intensified in GTA 6. So for the sake of this discussion, I don't care that it doesn't snow in Miami. I just wanted to get that out of the way right off the bat before we even get into the video. Now, the title of the video, should GTA 6 really have snow and other crazy weather?
Wait, hold up. Does this actually happen in Red Dead Redemption 2? I have the game, I just really haven't gotten that far into it. I'm pretty close to the beginning. I have a bad habit of just not playing my games. But does this happen in Red Dead Redemption 2, like the weather that we're seeing? I'm pretty sure it does, because I'm seeing it.
That many of us are hoping, at least with the crazy weather part. Maybe not necessarily the snow, but stuff like, you know, hurricanes, bigger rainstorms, maybe even tornadoes or water spouts. Those things are things you find in real life down in Miami. Will we see that? Should GTA 6 have that? Now, I also want to say before we get any further, this might be one of those features that just sounds amazing. It would be something that many of us want, but is probably just too difficult to do in this game, especially given the scale of what we've seen GTA 6 to be. Even though I personally would love all the stuff I'm going to talk about in this video,
I would have a lot of fun just trying to circumnavigate a flood, an earthquake, or a tsunami, or a tornado, and just like, it's kind of like the GTA mods that those YouTubers do, like Not.4 Live or Kalos. I think that's how you say his YouTube name, where they would like survive a zombie apocalypse or a tsunami. Well, those types of videos. That's what I would reenact.
Don't necessarily think we're going to get anything like this at launch, but my hope is that maybe over time, probably specifically just for GTA 6 Online, because Rockstar love that. They probably wouldn't, unfortunately, do this sort of stuff for single player, but over time we could get events like the snow event for GTA Online. You know, they could still continue that. And around Christmas and New Year's, we get snow in GTA 6 in the Leonida map. During, you know, the summer, maybe we get some hurricane event that brings in some smaller like street floods. You could also throw in some water spouts out in the distance, which maybe you can interact with, which would be cool. It wouldn't be a thing that happens all the time. It wouldn't be a thing that happens even frequently. It would just be some stuff that happens every now and then. And maybe Rockstar is going to go that route, because we did start to see them in GTA Online branch out other than snow, especially with like the Halloween stuff. That got a bit crazy with some of the weather, but because GTA 5 is just so old, I'm sure they probably couldn't do as much as they wanted to. But let's go ahead and actually take a look at some images. Now, look, I'm just going to straight up tell you guys, this is AI slop.
Because it's AI.
But yeah,
clearly
AI generated. They took some screenshots and some things from the trailer and, you know, made them look like they had crazy weather going on. And the first one we'll take a look at is what I was just talking about with like the flooding concept. Imagine you had a little event for a couple of days where most of the city looked like this. Not crazy enough that you couldn't drive cars around. Obviously, they would not handle as well as they would with no water on the roads, but maybe deep enough that you could also drive boats and jet skis and stuff like that around. That would just be such a cool thing to do, in my
You know, I wasn't even thinking about it like that. That would be cool. Imagine just like surfing through your neighborhood on a jet ski. And the thing is, that's a very Florida thing to do, a very Miami thing to do. And of course, we have the crocodiles and the gators, which we've seen in the trailer multiple times. One when the croc or alligator, I don't remember. I think it depends on their snout. I wasn't paying attention, but the reptile, the croc slash alligator, walked into the convenience store, and we also see it in the screenshot because there's guys in the game that hunt them, and I'm presumably will be able to hunt them as well. I mean, we already could in Red Dead Redemption 2, but we know that's going to
like
be there for
driving
6.
boats around the city, or having specific cars like the truck there that I think that's Brian. You know, he's driving. You need these bigger trucks to.
It is Brian. It's definitely Brian.
And also, the AI in this instance added some stuff like downed tree branches and stuff, and just debris in the water. You know, again, maybe that's too much detail for Rockstar to do. But yeah, having something like that just looks really cool. And here's another image of one of the other screenshots. I think this one's really awesome because I would imagine that is a donk-esque car where you can increase the height of it, like in GTA Online. Imagine you had to do that to get around. I just think it introduces very interesting and unique gameplay opportunities that you wouldn't get if the map never changed. And again, I know this would be annoying for maybe some people, especially if it was for a longer period. So that's why I don't want this for the entire year, or like every now and then in the game. Maybe just a handful of days in the year, like snow is in GTA Online. And then as far as like, you know, I said water spouts. Now this looks a little too crazy. But yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure this is Pharrell. Also, the original screenshot for this hotel balcony view is so pretty. I'm going to spend a lot of time here in story mode. I believe we're able to book hotels, so that's something I'm going to be doing.
You just see a water spout out in the distance. I doubt it would come to land because then they'd have to figure out how that interacts with the world. If it's just in the water,
trees,
you know, you don't have to really worry about that too much. But even smaller things like having enough wind to make the waves in the pool, like that's another little thing I think would be really cool. You see that. I mean, if Rockstar really are going for like true realism with this world, and it sort of seems like they are, it would be kind of neat to have something like this. Like maybe this is part of a hurricane event where you do have crazy wind and it's harder to fly planes and helicopters. I mean, a funny GTA-esque thing would be you have flying debris that eventually hits NPCs are driving around or on the beach still. Like there's some cool things Rockstar could do with it. Or you see some lightning in the on the top right of this image. You know, they could have crazy lightning storms, because I do believe.
And like I said previously in my a few minutes ago, it would be perfect because it's Florida. Florida has a meme status, a meme reputation. You know the Florida man memes of people doing the craziest shit ever. It would fit well with the game, seeing as it's Vice City, which is Miami. So I would love to see crazy stuff like that. NPCs just being hit with debris, flying in tornadoes, and everything just going crazy. And seeing it on the in-game social media too would be good.
Down, at least in the summer months of Miami. Like imagine getting struck by lightning. I don't know. I just think having crazy weather like this, it leads to some really cool things. And then, of course, that brings us to the snow. I think not too long ago, it did semi-snow at the northern parts of Florida. So maybe when we talk about snow in GTA 6 and in the Leonida map, maybe it is only up in the northern parts, like the Mount Calaga, which is what I believe this is in that area up north. This is some of the canyons. And I also want to say that, you know, maybe this AI, again, went a bit too crazy. Although I think this looks phenomenal. I mean, I don't think Florida
it really does
this much snow, but again, it's a video game. I don't care. It looks cool, and it's probably a cool experience to have in the game if the snow looked like this. And you know, imagine going off into the wilderness there, into the trees, and seeing how the animals react to it as well. That would be really cool. Obviously, like the drifting on the roads because they're icy, you know, that could be an interesting thing as well. And we have a couple of other images that are down in a city. I just think something like this, again, around the Christmas time, like they've been doing, is neat. I know some people just hate the snow in GTA Online because it affects their money making opportunities, and it's annoying to drive some of the vehicles you have to when you're making money. But it's GTA 6. Maybe they'll give us snow tires, right? Like that could be something. If you want to just not have to deal with the snow, you get some snow tires, boom, your car handles basically.
Or even a snowplow. Like the ski. Hold on. I don't think I've ever heard the proper name for it. Not necessarily the truck that scoops it up. The snow ski. It's like this, not the skis that individual people use, like the snowmobile. Let me type that. Snowmobile. Yeah, one of these.
Like it would normally. And if you think that's crazy, I mean, we have drift tires in GT Online, so I don't think it's that crazy for Rockstar to do. But here we have another shot of that car under the little bridge, this time with snow. There's a lot of snow in this one. And of course, the NPCs are not dressed for snow. They're continuing that GTA Online tradition where it's snowing and then you have people in bikinis on the beach. If there was snow and crazy weather, you would hope that maybe NPCs would react accordingly, but I guess that's not the end of the world if they don't. And then we actually have this little clip here, one of the trailer scenes. You know, maybe that's what it could look like if you're driving around in the snow. Again, there's a ton of snow in that clip, but it just gives you a little idea of what it could look like. And here are a few other images that I had the AI sort of convert into snowy images. We have Jason and Lucia almost looking like, I don't know, kind of reminds me of The Last of Us for some reason.
I have a question for Google. Does it ever snow in Florida? It's rare, but it has happened. When is the last time? That's more accurate. The last 2 times the area got snow was flurries in 2010. Oh wow, shit, 16 years ago. And before that, it was 1989. So 1989, 1999. No, hold on. 1989, no. 1999, 1999, 2009. Wow, so it was 21 years before. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
But
anyway,
with the palm trees with the snow, I just think it looks cool. Like, you probably would never see that in real life, so having it happen in a game could be really cool. Here's the road again with a lot less snow. Maybe that's a little bit more realistic, although I love the little additions. You can see the ice on the signs up at the top. Here we have one of the islands. It looks weird because, again, it would never happen because this is down in Key West, but seeing the Key West islands with snow, it looks fun. It looks fun.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Yeah,
the realism part, but I think it's a bit hypocritical because people don't want realism with the cars. Like, you don't want to have to fill up your gas tank in your car. People don't want realism with
there's a limit to where
want to be able to carry every single gun they have, you know, all 50 of them. But all of a sudden, people want realism with the weather. I just think Rockstar doing these crazy weather events occasionally would be really cool, and it would give new things to do. Like, imagine a flooded Everglades. I know the majority of it is already flooded, but imagine if it was even more flooded. Or imagine snow on Mount Calaga, and in true Florida fashion, you get into a canoe at the top of it.
You know, they could use the crazy weather as events in GTA 6 Online. Kind of like how in 5 Online, they'll be like, whoever drives backwards the longest, and then it's like the top 3 people's scores, and then you get monetary incentives after completing the event. And then you have fall the furthest without taking damage or something like that. You always see them pop up in GTA Online. They could use it for that purpose in the story mode. Well, in the online, but also in story mode.
Down Mount Calaga in the snow. Like, there's just really fun opportunities to be had if Rockstar do this sort of stuff. And I really am hoping that over time, this is the sort of stuff we end up seeing. I mean, it was rumored or leaked by Jason Schreier a couple years ago that they want to add to the map over time. They want to add cities and maybe even new islands. That's fine, but I also want to see some of these crazy weather events as well. But that isn't it over today's GTA 6 video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA 6 content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the
Yeah, that was a solid one, my guy. Oh, I didn't even have the video on 1080p. I had it on 720. That's crazy. It's too late now. Alright guys, that was it. That was my reaction to weather events. Should GTA 6 have snow and other crazy weather? So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. I was going to read the comments, but never mind. I'm good. I'm going to end the video here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.